of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. The week is starting off right. Monday, DA, it's all yours.
Well, Aaron Gordon is
tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And that game against the Hawks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Durant. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the shooting guard position. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. Ross with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
I mean, what to say? Got big-time nail-biters. Seemed like it was going to go on forever. Definitely, they're going to be riding high off of such a tremendous battle that turns out in their favor.
The Magic again can't hit. Thus far in his young career, Jonathan Isaac's strength, I think, Doris, his defense.
That has everything to do, Kevin, with his blend of length and mobility. This guy can be extremely disruptive on that end of the floor, and Jonathan Isaac will grow offensively as well.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Pass to Ross. Good D by Jordan.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Pass to Chandler. Over Gordon. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Irving.
Well, this is why Kyrie Irving can make a defense look bad. He can beat you with his scoring or his passing.
Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Chandler finds Irving. Up again, and it's Orlando with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Vucevic, no good on that one.
And 2019, Nikola Vucevic becomes a first-time All-Star. No doubt his best season, and what a timely one to have it in a contract year.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And here is Isaac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Here's the break. And the dunk by Chandler.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
And a big new contract for Vucevic, rewarding his breakthrough season. Doris, in your mind, how has he improved?
Well, you can look specifically at his scoring and his shooting percentages, both going up dramatically. He showed comfort inside and outside the arc. This guy has become a go-to offensive weapon. Vucevic, a first-time All-Star last year. Can he continue to build on it?
Here's KD. Steps back and trains the jump shot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Aaron Gordon. Evan Fournier is checked in for Isaac. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Bamba's shot is off. Brooklyn leading by 6. Now here's Dinwiddie. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Aminu grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Fournier gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
And here's Prince outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Here's Fournier, finds himself wide open and drills it.
If you give Evan Fournier the kind of space necessary, he will drain it on you. That's pretty.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's covered closely. That shot is off. The Magic trail by 7. Fournier into the lane.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And both free throws good for Prince. Orlando's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Fultz. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 to shoot. Fournier for 3. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Evan Fournier has proven over and over, you better get a hand up and contest from 3 or he will make you pay.
To the inside. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nets lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 4. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Fultz in at the point guard.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Allen finds Prince. Here's Karuch, guarded by Fultz. Back to Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Boy, the long-range work from Spencer Dinwiddie. Over the years, this former second-round pick has increased his range.
Here's Fultz, and it's sent back by Allen. Now the pass to Fultz, takes the 3, drills the three-pointer. Fultz has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Dinwiddie tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Magic trail by 4.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against two of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship. Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Isaacs checked in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. The Magic shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Durant with the steal. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
Well, that's one way to go from defense to offense. KD capable of doing it all by himself.
Here's Augustine. An 11-point game for him in the win against Utah. Now about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball. He kicks it to Gordon. Augustine against Irving. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Augustine, no luck.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing. The ability to alter shots on the perimeter, that was beautiful.
Now, here is Irving. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. 13 feet away, and it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
KD looking around. Inside. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 11. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at Irving, he's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Now here is Augustine. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, the key there is Kyrie Irving did a great job setting up his defender on the pick and roll, and it led to the score.
Augustine, Brooklyn with the rebound. Durant's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Gordon against Irving. And it's Jordan with the jam.
DeAndre Jordan, simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice game, great performance by Evan Fournier.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Wilson Chandler out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the point. Now Kevin Durant after the missed three from Vucevic and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, Doris, you knew that his free agency would be one of the biggest stories of the summer. Everyone tried their best to land Kevin Durant.
And even considering the injury, anyone would be willing and able to take Kevin Durant on their roster. Why? Because when he's healthy, you become an immediate contender.
Augustine, that's good.
Well, the repetition, right? DJ Augustine has run this type of play time and time again, and critical, helping him in that situation.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Passes it to Vucevic. Augustine against Irving. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Harris, no good. The Magic trail by 18. Isaac with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. They get it back.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Dishes it to Irving.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. 90 seconds now into the second half. Augustine with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Vucevic. Another miss by Orlando.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end. Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity, KD at the rim.
The Magic have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. And Augustine kicks to Isaac. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And so here's Orlando following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Ross. Down low. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Irving with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Irving against Augustine. No good from Irving. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the paint. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Back to Isaac. Isn't it interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol, who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Aaron Gordon. Fournier's checked in for Isaac. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Evan Fournier. And they'll keep possession. Here's Caruch. And the Nets miss again. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. To the middle. Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
And on the way from Irving for 3, Prince, the pass to Irving. Pass to LeVert. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Aminu. Yep, it counts.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Fultz looking around. The slam dunk by Aminu.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Irving from long range. He feeds it to Allen. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Now, here's Fultz. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. For the finish, finishes the break with a slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Fultz, following the bucket by the Nets. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Ross. Defense right on him. Excellent D there from Allen. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Fultz. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Fournier. Caruch grabs the board. The Nets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. It's tipped. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Here's Irving. From deep three-point range. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress at the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Markelle Fultz, also Carter Williams out there, and it's a 1-2 in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Count it. Dinwiddie's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets.
Well, terrific job by Spencer Dinwiddie to get up the floor. It's a nice way to get an easy bucket.
The 10-footer. Fultz, no good. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. To the inside, Nwaba. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Fultz. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to a 1-2. Magic moving the ball around. From the stripe. Here's Okeke. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Dinwiddie outside. No good with the triple.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded. Passes to a 1-2. 6 on the shot clock. Now Fultz. Dinwiddie covering. From deep. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Orlando, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Over in the corner, Fultz. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
Dinwiddie wide open. Another shot. The 3. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's sent back by Allen.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Carter Williams. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now, not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Markelle Fultz. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan comes in for Jared Allen. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Rodions Kurucs. Now here's Carter Williams. And here is Bamba to end the drought. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Jefferson against Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up. No good. Jefferson with some nice D. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Inside, here's Bamba, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Brooklyn.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. And the free throw, no good. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Kyrie Irving.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Carter Williams against Irving. Okeke passes to Carter Williams. It's Jefferson high post. Pass to Okeke. Back to Jefferson. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, great. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.